Hi everyone, today PhoneArena is taking a look at the Lenovo Yoga 2 Pro Ultrabook, currently running the updated version of Windows 8.1. This Ultrabook comes in starting at $929 for the base model. That's with an Intel i3 410 processor with 4 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabyte SSD. Our review unit here comes in at $1,299. That has the little bit higher end i7 4500U processor at 1.8 gigahertz, more RAM at 8 gigabytes of RAM, and a 256 gigabyte SSD. Lastly, the high-end top-tier model comes in at a more expensive $1,599, but the hard drive is double the capacity at 512 gigabytes and also has Windows 8.1 Pro instead of just standard Windows 8.1. The Lenovo Yoga 2 Pro can be used in 4 different modes. The first mode we have right here is the standard laptop mode. The display, as you can see, can rotate. Flipping it to this way changes it to tint mode. You can see that pops up here on the screen when it's like that. Also, flipping it around this way will put it into what's called stand mode, or closing it perfectly flat will give you laptop mode. So because the display is rotational, it does give you some extra flexibility on the device. Here on the left side we have the dedicated power port, USB 3.0, micro HDMI output, and an SD card reader. The only issue with this is when you put in an SD card, about half the card still sticks out. On the right hand side we have a standard USB 2.0 port, a combination headphone mic port, as well as the volume rocker, and then down here near the edge is the power key. Flipping the device over, you have a pair of stereo speakers here down on the bottom edge near the front, which does pretty well when playing back music. As far as the actual weight of the device, it's not too terribly heavy. Comes in just a little over 3 pounds. So for an Ultrabook, it's not bad, but compared to other strictly tablet devices, it is a little bit heavy and a little bit thick. Unlike other tablets or devices such as the Microsoft Surface Pro 2, the Lenovo Yoga 2 Pro does not have a detachable keyboard. This means it's pretty much more designed for people that want a Ultrabook that can be converted to a tablet by flipping the keyboard around. However, the actual keyboard design is pretty nice. It's a nice full-size keyboard here with a trackpad down here on the bottom. Keys are also LED backlit. They have this nice soft touch coating on them. Keys are relatively decent size with well spacing between them, so you're not going to have any problem typing on this keyboard as all. It's pretty similar and close to size and feel to a standard laptop keyboard. Here you can see what the keyboard looks like with the LED backlight turned on. It's definitely bright enough to be used in a low light or a dark condition, so not going to have any issue using this keyboard at all. One of the highlights of the device is the 13.3-inch IPS LCD display. It features an impressive QHD Plus resolution, which is 3200 by 1800 pixels. This gives you a total of 5.7 million pixels on the display instead of the standard 2 million pixels you get with a 1080p display. Because of the higher resolution on the display, all your text and images are going to look really nice, sharp, and crisp. Even when zoomed in or zoomed out, text is really going to look nice on this display. Really don't have any issues using it, even when you're 2-3 feet back from the display, still able to read text really easy. So props to Lenovo for having a really high-end quality display on their device. Another nice feature is that the device comes running Windows 8.1 64-bit. The higher end version does come with Windows 8.1 Pro, but the advantage of either of these over Windows RT is that you can run standard desktop 32 and 64-bit programs and applications. So as you can see here, the start menu going up to get to all of the apps, and then of course you have your standard desktop mode here that you can go into. So everything really works pretty well on the device. The display is a full touch screen, of course. Here, go back to the start screen. Lenovo includes something called Yoga Picks. Depending on which mode you're in, it has different apps that will show on the start screen. Between either the laptop mode, the stand mode, the tent mode, and the tablet mode. And you can download additional apps and customize that. So overall, it's really nice laid out here with those extra features, but other than that, it's still basically your standard Windows 8.1 user interface. Internet Explorer version 11 is included. You have the touch-friendly version, which you launch from your start screen. As you can see, pinch to zoom, and all your touch features work pretty well. You also have the standard version going into your desktop. Here is the standard version of Internet Explorer 11. Not quite as touch-friendly, but still works pretty good. So you have that, and of course you can also install other web browsers if you want. You can install a Firefox or a Chrome, though they might not work as well with the touch interface as Internet Explorer 11, but you still have that functionality. As far as connectivity is concerned, the device has a Wi-Fi 802.11 BGN. That's at the 2.4 gigahertz range. It lacks the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi range, which we think it should have included, especially at this $1,000 plus price point. So you are kind of limited to just basic 802.11 BGN. You can't do AC at 400 megabits per second or higher. So it is kind of limited to that. You also have a Bluetooth 4.0. Also keep in mind that if you're on the go, there is no cellular data connectivity on here for like Verizon or Sprint, AT&T. It's strictly Wi-Fi only, but you can always buy a USB data card and just plug it into the side USB socket if you want data while on the go. This is the camera interface. It's pretty basic, doesn't really allow for any features. It's a basic 1 megapixel camera, which is located over the display. As far as the image quality is concerned, because it's a 1 megapixel camera, it's not going to be that great. I'm just going to kind of scroll through here real quick. Images outside really doesn't compare to other tablets that may have a 3, 5, or 8 megapixel camera to it, because it is strictly a 1 megapixel camera. As far as videos are concerned, it's limited to a 720p resolution on videos. So picture quality and video quality isn't going to be all that great. Like we said, since the camera is located over top of the display, it's pretty much intended just for self pictures. It's kind of difficult to try to use it to take pictures of other settings, just because you basically have to put the device into tablet mode and kind of hold it off to the side while pressing the icon to take the image, instead of having a dedicated camera strictly for taking pictures. So still at this price point, would have preferred a little bit better quality camera actually on the rear of the device, which could be used for pictures instead of just the standard 1 megapixel camera up on the top for self pictures. As far as the battery is concerned, the Lenovo Yoga 2 Pro comes with an internal non-removable 4-cell 55 watt-hour lithium-ion battery. Now they say this should provide you up to 9 hours of battery life with basic use, or about 6 hours with continuous HD video playback. On average, we got about a day's worth of use on the battery, not straight use on the device with occasional on and off times going into a sleep hibernate mode or just shutting the device down completely. So heavy users definitely going to need to charge the device every night. If you're a casual user, you might be able to make it 2 days or so without needing a charge. Like we said, since it's an internal battery, you can't swap the battery out or add a larger 6 or 8 cell extended battery to it. So overall, we're pretty impressed here with the Lenovo Yoga 2 Pro Ultrabook. It has a lot to offer. The price starting out at $929 is pretty reasonable, but the highest end unit at $1599 is kind of pricey. Our review unit at $1299 is pretty much the middle of the road, though the lower end units are still all going to have pretty much the same features. Pretty much the only difference between them is the processor that's being used, the RAM, and of course the hard drive space. But the display on all of them is still the same. Like we said, it's a really nice display at 13.3 inches with the 3200 by 1800 pixel resolution. That's really the highlight of the device. The keyboard, it's a nice design keyboard, but since it's not removable, it does give extra weight and bulk to the device. You have the different modes you can use it in. Flipping it over will allow you to use it strictly as a tablet, but as you can see, the keyboard is still right there with it. Can't detach the keyboard like other tablets with the detachable keyboard. So overall, pretty nice device. Price-wise, it's a little bit up there, but if you're looking for an Ultrabook, I would definitely say put this on your holiday shopping list for consideration, as long as you don't mind the keyboard being non-removable. Now, if you want to find out some more information about the Lenovo Yoga 2 Pro and our full in-depth review of the device, check out our website at PhoneArena.com.